the sun, it starts tonight. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another session of the Let's Talk Show by Interlingua. I am your host, Mike Ruiz, and today I'm very excited for tonight's show because we're talking about one of my favorite personal topics ever, which is music. As you can see, music is a very important part of my life. Not only I start my day listening to music, I also do my activities by listening to music. I do my house chores listening to music, and why not, I relax and sometimes even go to sleep by listening to music. Do you do something like that? Does music play a very important part of your day, or in a bigger picture, does music play a big role in your lives? Or hell, are you even a musician? It could happen. So be sure to participate in the comment section about how does music impacts your everyday life. And also tell me, what are your favorite songs? What are your favorite bands? What are your favorite genres? Today we are going through some interesting phenomena of music, because I remember when I was younger, there was this thing called the urban tribes, that you belong to a group that was only dedicated to a specific music genre, that you would only listen to that and you would only dress to the aesthetic of that genre. You had the punks, you have the metalheads, you have the rockers, you have the reggae guys, etc. Nowadays, everybody listens to everything as long as it's great, as long as it's good, as long as it's well done. It doesn't matter the genre. Everybody can enjoy music. And today we have two veterans of the Let's Talk Show who are also experts in these crafts. So without further ado, let's bring them out. Coming back to the Let's Talk Show, we have Jordi and Erich. What up, guys?
Hello.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Good to have you guys here to talk about this in particular. I think, well, time is not enough for what we need to cover, but we'll give it a try. But let's set the mood. Let's set the atmosphere a little bit. And please share with me and with our viewers, what kind of music do you like? Erich.
I mean, many kinds of music, but I mostly like metal and some electronic music.
So would it be fair to say that you are also into industrial? Because I think that mixes both genres in a sort of way. What do you think about industrial metal or industrial rock?
One of my favorite bands is Static X. So that's like industrial metal. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
What could you say is the right mood or the right circumstance to put on that genre? In your case,
in my case, cleaning the house.
Oh,
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's like very mechanical, energetic. So it's like, yeah, sweep the floor.
mop.
Yeah.
Wash the dishes.
It helps me there.
It helps you getting there. It keeps you going. It sets you going.
Or for exercise as well.
That's pretty much that's very helpful. I mean, aggressive or like, up beats, kind of like help to heavy activities. Very nice. What about you, Jordi? What kind of music are you into, my friend?
Okay, the kind of music that I am into. Well, I listen to everything, and I mean everything. On a very bad day, on a regular day, I can switch from metal to salsa to banda. I mean, I got to that point. So, man. But like my thing, I would say is of course metal. Yeah.
Metal music. Which bands can you give me, like, for example, of what that you could say they are your favorites?
I like Rammstein. I like Amon Amarth. I like Meshuggah.
Oh,
I like Jordi, that sort of thing. So
I actually discovered Meshuggah because of you guys during a previous show.
you're welcome.
Like the moment it ended, I was just like, okay, let's navigate through Spotify, and I found it out, and I was like, okay, good, interesting choice, guys. Curiously, after I discovered Meshuggah, I cleaned my entire apartment.
I see.
And it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Have to do something.
Yeah, like, oh my God, like I can't go to sleep now. Like I need to I need to be active, I need to get going. Like so thank you so much. And that's the beauty of what I was saying at the beginning of the video. Like nowadays, a lot of people come together because of a certain song, because of a certain artist or band. Mostly through my endless YouTube navigations, I find very interesting that there are very young people reacting to, not classic music per se, but, tunes that have tested the pass of time, like the classics that we all know from, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. There are a lot of young people, discovering them, reacting to it. And they're saying like, oh my God, I didn't listen to this when I was younger and I'm doing it now. I can't believe it's 40 years old, 30 years old, 20 years old. And, it's a music that keeps ringing. Speaking of that, what is Why Not? A song or a certain band that it doesn't matter that maybe it doesn't exist anymore, maybe it disbanded, but that has followed you throughout your life. Erich.
Oh,
I got you thinking.
that's a hard one. I mean, when I was a little kid, what really got me into music was Michael Jackson. So, I mean, I started listening to him when I was like 5 or something like that.
Okay.
Nowadays, it's not something I usually listen to, but I still love his music.
Of course.
And but a band that has definitely been in my life throughout all my life is Metallica.
Okay.
I started listening to them when I was like 11 or 12. And to this day, I still listen to them. Their new albums are not that great, but I still listen to the classics,
What could you say is your go-to album from Metallica?
And Justice for All.
And Justice for All. Oh, with Newsted on bass. Oh, God.
With no bass, no.
Yeah, but there is a one called Justice for Jason.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not the production side, but the composition part of that album is like,
of course.
What happened? There was a huge change from the previous album to that one. And then they just didn't repeat the same thing. They did something different. So to me, that's like their best album.
Their best album, and Justice for All. What about you, Jordi? What has been a band or an artist that has followed you throughout your life?
I also think I have like a really long list. The first ones I can think of are Queen, because of my parents. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but I have listened to them since I was a kid. So Queen is Michael Jackson, RPM, of course, Metallica. So yeah, there are more, of course, but they are like the first ones that I can think of.
Out of the ones that you mentioned, is there one that symbolizes a special moment in your life, or maybe a special someone?
like a special moment in general, REM, because Losing My Religion was or is the first song that at some point I said, this is my favorite song. So yeah, REM
Did you
have like a special place in my heart.
how did you relate to that song? Musically, or what the music is, what the song speaks about?
Well, the music. I mean, I was like,
Okay.
I think when I first heard the song, and I was like, this is good. And ever since, I think I listened to it like at least once a day.
Guys, I know that everything is subjective, especially nowadays with every different style coming up, or every different variation of pretty much every single thing. But what kind of music you don't like? And you have the right not to like it. You have your entire right not to like it. So go, Erich.
Okay, I don't like banda music because one of its characteristics is that the instruments are out of tune on purpose. You know, like that's how the music is, and to me, it just sounds like it's like a shriek. And I definitely don't like reggaeton.
Okay.
And just to make a small thing here, yes, likes are subjective. You can like or don't like something, but the quality of music is not subjective. Like you can see the quality of something from production, composition, talent, not how a person sings. And I think that reggaeton is lacking.
Okay. What about you, Jordi? What can you tell me? Tell us.
Well, for this one in particular, I have to say, I think each genre has like its thing. So I think I learned to appreciate like maybe the small detail each of those has. So I cannot really say there is a specific kind of music that I don't like, because it's like, well, maybe I like the lyrics for this kind of genre, I like the rhythm for this kind of genre, and so on and so forth. So to be honest, I don't think there is one that I can say, I don't like this thing.
Okay. And what has been like maybe a song that you didn't expect to like and you end up playing it regularly?
A song that I didn't expect to like. I don't know. I'll probably this one, the new Miley Cyrus song.
The
one that
yeah. I remember.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, it's okay, I guess. But then I saw the bass line, and it was like, it's catchy. So now I like it.
Groovy.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? Was there a song, or maybe even an artist or a band that you didn't expect to like and you end up maybe loving it? Or a song that you end up liking?
Yeah, actually, it was a whole album. I don't know how long ago it was, like 10 years or more, like 15 years ago, I think. The first Lady Gaga's album, you know, like it was pop. I wasn't really into pop in that time.
Sure.
Then I heard Poker Face, and it was like, that's different. Not like it's still pop, but it's different. And then I got the album and I heard the entirety of it, and I was like, dude, this lady has good ideas.
Skill.
Yeah. She has skills.
Yeah.
So that first album, the fame for me was like a surprise.
My set of personal questions for each of you. Tell me first, my dear Jordi, What was your first approach to music?
Okay, I think the same as everyone. I listened to the music my parents used to listen to.
Sure.
So that was like my first approach, strictly speaking, to music. If you're asking about my first approach to playing or something, that was the choir in church, believe it or not.
Viewers, it's because I know him personally, and that's why I'm finding this a little hard to believe. But I think a lot of us had our beginnings in something because of church, and apparently it's his case as well. What did you learn there?
Well, I learned how to sing, of course. I learned how to read music. I learned how to play the piano.
Wow.
And pretty much that was it.
You said you learned the piano, and as I understand, you have also learned to play other instruments, maybe empirically.
Yeah.
Which are they?
Mostly, or basically, string instruments: guitar, bass, ukulele, the violin. I mean, I suck at the violin, but I know how to play it. So yeah.
What instruments do you play, Erich?
I play the guitar, the bass, and the keyboard. But my main instrument is the guitar. You know? I have played it since I was like 12.
Is that what I see in the background? Right behind you?
That's and there's something and a guitar, and electric guitar.
You know, your case, it's very interesting because out of many musicians that I know, you actually did a major in music. What made you pursue that as a formal career?
Oh, it was complicated. You know, it was not my first choice. No, I when I was in high school, I was like, okay, so maybe I should study physics or math because that's what I liked about the subjects in school.
Okay.
But then I really sat down and thought, so like, okay, those are the subjects that you like from school. But what do you do most of the time? You know? Like every day I came back from school and I played the guitar. And then on weekends, I spent the whole weekend at my friend's house because he was a drummer. And we would play the whole weekend. So it was like, the logical thing is to study what you do all the time. So I decided to enroll into a music school.
And what's it like once you're a student? What's it like? I mean, what is the schedule like? What are the topics about? What part is theoretical? What part is practice? Because I'm really intrigued by that.
Well, a lot of people go into the major thinking it will be easy. You know, like I remember the first day of classes, we were like 40 people. And only 5 of us finished it. You know, like they started dropping like flies.
That's crazy, bro.
So, and I would say it's 50-50, no? 50 theoretical and 50% practical, because I had classes like harmony, lyric writing, grammar. You know, I had to study the Spanish grammar to be able to write lyrics before writing the lyrics.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. what else? Like traditional counterpoint, traditional harmony, all this kind of stuff. And then the practical ones, I have my guitar class, like individually. Then I had like a guitar laboratory. Then we had these like band things, no? So every semester we had a band, and it was like, okay, so this semester we're going to play Latin rhythms, and then this semester rock, and then this semester pop, and like that. And also, you basically learn to play like most of the popular genres. And we also had some production things. Now we learned how to use audio editing software, acoustics. That I hated that class. Acoustics, you have to use calculus, so it's pure math. But
not for me. Well, congratulations on that, but I wouldn't have. I hate everything related to math, and I'm not good at it as well. But hey, you finished.
Yeah.
Good to know, Eric, and congratulations on that one. Tell me, Jordi, how has music in general made an impact in your life?
Well, it has a huge impact. It's like the thing that I do like pretty much every day or as frequently as I can now. I listen to music every chance I have.
Of course.
It's like, this is going to sound like really bad, but it's like what I do instead of therapy. Like when I have like a like a shitty day or something, I just sit down and play for a while, and I feel better. I don't know. At some point, it even helped me express myself. So it has like it has had like a big role in my life.
Actually, that was my next question for both of you guys. Since you are musicians, and since you use it to maybe lay low a little bit, relax, to find your inner place whenever life gets too overwhelming. Nowadays, how much time do you dedicate to music, Jordi?
Listen to music, as I said, like as much as I can. That is probably what 14, 15 hours a day. I mean,
groovy.
Yeah, as much as I can. About playing, well, I wish I could say the same, but with a kid, things get a little bit difficult. So probably like 7, 8 hours a week. But I tried, to make the most of it. So yeah,
that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
Same. And like as much as I can, I try to listen to music. Unfortunately, I have to edit audios and edit videos. So while I'm doing that, I cannot listen to music, and it's very time consuming.
Sure.
If I'm like writing a text or something, I'm just like listening to music and all this kind of stuff. Actually, I have a very specific DJs, because it's a band for this, for when I'm writing a text. They are from Iceland, and they are called Kiasmos. One of them is a classical music composer, but he makes electronic music, And the guy knows how to use the synthesizers. So their music is interesting. I don't know how to say.
Yes. Experimental could be the word.
No, not really experimental. It's more like ambient.
Okay. Yes.
But then at the same time, like you could dance to it. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It sets an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay. It reminds me of another musician that I know that probably is in the same ballpark, but this one is called Lustmord. Have you ever heard of him? Lustmord.
It rings a bell. Yeah.
It creates, like you say, Erich, ambient. He composes tracks like maybe 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long, but you can just, put it on and maybe do something, whatever you want. Like, I don't know, maybe reading or just meditating, whatever. But, the atmosphere creates itself. So, guys, this has been, like I said, we need more time to cover a lot of this stuff, but unfortunately, we don't have it. But that doesn't mean we can't have fun. So, for this particular topic, I have prepared a very special and why not controversial set of questions for the rapid fire. Number 1. CDs or vinyls? Jordi.
Vinyls.
Erich.
Yeah, I would go with vinyls as well.
Headphones or earbuds? Jordi.
Headphones.
Erich.
Headphones, especially if they are over ear, and they block all the outside noise.
Plus, they're very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. The controversial part. In your opinion, guys, best decade or age for music? Jordi.
The 80s.
Erich.
Oh, it's difficult not to be biased, but for me, I would have to say the 90s because that was my childhood. So it's here, nor like forever.
Of course, with everything that comes along with it. Band, no matter existent or non-existent, band you wish you could see live. Jordi.
There is an Icelandic band called Helen Mikla.
Okay.
I wish I could see them live.
Erich.
There's a band from Australia called Carnival. They have never ever come to the American continent.
Okay.
So I really wish I could see them live. They are an excellent band.
All right. And now, guys, it could be just to have a little chat. It could be to go and grab some tacos. It could be, why not, to go and grab a beer. But musician or musicians you wish you could meet? Jordi.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Okay, I think I have a big list. That would be the guys from Amon Amarth. It could be Einar Selvik from Watuna. Perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be fun to have some drinks with Paganini. So, why not?
There we go. Yeah, why not? I mean, the possibilities, the choices are endless.
Yeah.
Erich.
That's hard. David Bowie. I would like to talk to him to know his perspective about music.
Yeah.
As a drinking buddy, I would like to know Dimebag Darrell.
No.
And like a living person. I don't know, maybe Tatiana Shmylyuk from Ginger, because she's crazy. I would like to meet her. Like, what's on your mind?
It's a pretty good reason for pretty much everything. Good.
Now, let's go over some of the bands and singers that have been mentioned in the show. They were Metallica, Meshuggah, Gojira, Lostmund, Pantera, Carnival, Kaylan Mikla, David Bowie, and Ginger.
Thank you guys for sharing everything that you did. I've had a blast with you guys as usual. And of course, you guys are always welcome to share as much as you like during the Let's Talk show sessions. It was nice to see all of you. And I'll be seeing you around.
Worse.
Sure.
And for our viewers, that's it for today. I hope you had enjoyed our show. Be sure to tune in on a weekly basis to the Let's Talk show by Interlingua. Today, we had Jordi as a guest, Erich as a guest as well, but he was also in the controls. And of course, we can't forget about Poncho, who is in charge of the editing of the video that you just watched. I'm your host, Mike Ruiz. Thank you, goodbye, and good night.